Greetings, students of the internet. This is David from SAPA Electrical and the TVET Edge. So I'm an instructor of electrical installation and solar installation and maintenance. And there's a lecture I've just finished uploading on YouTube. But before we get to this stage, I'd just like to introduce a certain concept in solar installation and more so on the battery bank system. Now, if you want to, we all know reasons that might make us want to have a parallel connection for a battery bank to increase the charge capacity and probably enough days of autonomy to ensure that if you have a small load, that is days of autonomy, and if you have a bigger load, that is just to increase the charge capacity. So when you are paralleling your bank, how do you do it? Will you, because in most cases, most technicians do this, they take the positive leg from your inverter and then they link it to the first terminal, and then they just daisy chain from terminal to terminal to terminal up to the last battery terminal, and then the negative leg from the inverter to the first negative terminal, and then they daisy chain the whole thing. So what happens when you do that? The cable, the incoming cable, or the positive leg cable and the negative leg cable, at some point the internal resistances of all these batteries, factors like system voltages, imbalances, battery imbalances, and this is for the primitive batteries, the batteries that do not have the internal battery management systems and cannot communicate to the inverter directly. So these are the primitive batteries, probably the gel batteries that are just bricks where you have terminals and nothing else. There's a lecture on this I'm preparing. You'll catch it on YouTube. Go over to YouTube at the TVET Edge by SAPA. Probably by Thursday it will be up. Either Thursday or Friday it will be up. And we also need to talk about protection of our battery legs. Most technicians only protect the positive leg and ignore the negative leg. In a battery system, current is bidirectional. The charge will flow either way. It will flow from the inverter to the battery, and when it's needed, it will flow back. So in any case, you need to protect both legs because a fault could happen on either leg. Now, the introduction of a bus bar will explain why we need, why it's recommended to use a bus bar rather than DC chaining your terminals from positive to positive. We'll talk also about why it's